Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs. How are you? Welcome back to our abundance reading. Today is our day 172. Can you imagine that? Let's go in drive. We're going live to YouTube channel. Hold on just one moment. Let me get it on our playlist so that we could have both Zoom and also live at the same time. And for some of our members, recently we have some new subscribers to our abundance YouTube channel. So people are getting a live streaming, and we are here getting back to our book, Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. This is your underground book, playbook, fulfilling your website and your funnels with your dream customers. Today, we are on the secret number 8 of the total 20x secrets on page 136. We've been doing this challenge since day 1 of 2023. Today is already 172 days. Can you imagine that? Time really flies, right? And now especially, it's almost like at the beginning of the summer vacation here in New York. Maybe some other states I had earlier. New York, we are starting next week formally. The school closes, public schools close, and all the students will start their happy summer vacation. And poor parents, right? We should ask your poor parents, we should be happy, and we can take this chance to take a break as well. But at the same time, the traveling cost is higher, right, than regular seasons. So this is our peak time. Parents pay all this, like pay tax, like pay all this kind of a high, like traveling fees. But it's definitely a happy time. And the kids are, now they are teenagers, they're exploring new things. So now it's at the end of the school year, a little bit hectic, all those kinds of like, finally they've been taking all these kind of tests, so many tests, and a little bit relaxed. At the same time, handling some like extracurricular things. And for the high schools, they are looking for like a summer employment, right? For the youth employment. It's by lottery here in New York. If you did not get that luck, and you need to search by yourself. And my son is applying for, need to apply for college since this summer, after this summer. So it's quite like exciting and also like a challenging time. We will see. Okay, cross our finger and pray to God that we will all learn and grow through this journey, and kids all get the best growth opportunities. So let's get back to our book. And by the way, I was wondering how many parents there, right? Maybe your kids are during the seminar seasons. What are you, what kind of things you are learning, and what's new inspirations? Any great tips you want to share? I would welcome you guys to, just have some exchanges and share with each other and better resources and how we could support each other. So this most challenging journey, like the kids from almost like, let's say, it's a quite big milestone for their life, right? There are so many milestones, but this is also critical for the kids. My daughter is in 9th grade, my son is 11th grader. Now they are practicing their more reading and improving their math, especially my daughter, right? She has not taken the SAT yet, and she needs to improve her math. And kids are also taking extracurricular. Oh my God, why am I twist my tongue? It's like kids are now learning all this kind of extracurricular of those activities. And now I'm glad my daughter is, both of them actually practicing public speaking and more reading, definitely. And my daughter is also attending some contests, speaking contests, a debate contest to challenge herself. And tomorrow we will travel to Orlando to attend Eczema Expo annual event. So that's for eczema patients, people to handle their health, immune system, and also the skin issue, the challenge, the itching and red stew. But I'm super grateful that my daughter has already 95% already overcome this situation, can handle by herself. But we still want to learn it and see how we have a Facebook group called Goodbye Eczema, and we hope that we can help more people. So it's, even though it's irrelevant to this book itself, right? But it's life's journey. I just want to share with you guys and see what's going on, and hopefully we can keep learning, keep growing from books and also from life itself. Okay. All right. So fill your funnel organically. That's today's our topic. Let's see. Working your way in. This is, remember previously I introduced the concepts. Organically means work your way in. by your Dream 100. And actually this week, I'm also teaching about organic way. It's not just with your partners, right? Before you have partners, of course, you can do that by yourself. Always you have yourself. And also like next time it's about fill your funnel with paid ads. That's the next secret. So you know that this too eventually guide to the traffic you can own, right? The list you have for yourself. So it's hard for most of us to remember, but it wasn't too long ago that we use the internet differently than how we use it today. Back when there was no social media, there were forums and message boards that allowed people to share their thoughts and ideas. But for the most part, we went online to search for things we were looking for. We still do that. We're still searching for, right? It's just like different way. Now people are maybe using ChatGPT to search, and there's some like new tools. When the social movement started and sites like Friendster first popped up, followed shortly thereafter by MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter, we marketers all knew there was an opportunity to make money by leveraging these platforms, but we didn't know how. Most of our early attempts, if we are completely honest, were us just posting links to our funnels and other things that nowadays people would consider spam. We saw a huge congregation of people and we tried everything in our power to get our messages in front of them. Most of the things we tried didn't work, at least not long term. I was frustrated with the new social platforms, thinking that they didn't work as a good vehicle to get traffic. Inevitably, I stopped trying to figure them out for a few years altogether. Instead, I focused my energy on free and paid search, banner ads, and email marketing, and I stayed away from social media like it was the plague. Around this time, Twitter started to make its big run. It became the fastest growing new social network at the time, and everyone was jumping onto its bandwagon. In fear of missing out on the next big trend, I jumped on and started tweeting. By the way, till today, I still did not much get Twitter. It's not one of my favorites. I still have my presence, but definitely not my favorite because it's just like you get easily get lost. So many tweets, right? At first, it made no sense to me. I'm still at that stage, but all the cool kids were doing it. So I tried. I grew my following, and then I did the only thing I knew how to do as a marketer. I started to promote my products. To my annoyance, not only did I make very few sales, but my marketing also killed the engagement that I had built up with the few people who follow me. Then I watched as Perry Belcher, let me write down this name. Perry Belcher, one of the people on my Dream 100, joined Twitter. In a matter of months, he built a following of over 100,000 people, set up a webinar for those followers, registered over 20,000 people, and made over $1 million in sales from that one webinar. It's amazing. I watched in awe as he did it, and so I did what any good funnel hacker would do. I tried to reverse engineer his process. The more I dug into what he was doing, the more confused I became. He wasn't posting any ads. He wasn't talking about his products. Every post he made had thousands of people commenting, sharing, and growing his brand for him. Yeah, I was wondering why. He's not posting any ads. Okay, I finally reached out to him and asked if he'd be willing to explain his strategy to me. Luckily for me, he agreed. We quickly jumped on a phone call all together and went a little something like this. Hey, Perry, I said, I've been trying to figure out how to make money with all this social networking stuff, and it's not working. I see on outside what you're doing, but it all seems backward. You are not promoting anything. You're not selling anything, yet you are making a ton of money. What are you doing? Perry kind of laughed and said, that's your problem, Russell. Guess how much money I try to make with social networking? As much as possible. I could hear him grin on the other end, and then he said, zero, none. That's how much I try to make with social networking. Social networking is not about making money. It's about making friends. Really? What does it mean? Making millions of dollars. Okay. It's just like how we do business in person. Let me show you how I view social media and how we use it to grow our companies. If you, making person, right? Make friends. That's not making money, but make friends. Social networking. So let me see. Put it here. Social networking is about it's not about making money, but about making friends. Look at the social networks. We have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I view all of these networks like I'm going to a party. So if I'm on Twitter posting messages and responding, it's like I'm at a party. Does that make sense? Kinda, I replied, but I'm still not sure how that makes us any money. Well, when you go to a party, do you just talk about what you do? Hey, I'm Barry and I sell stuff. Would you like to buy some stuff from me? No, of course not. If you did, you'd be the biggest jerk at the party. Everyone would award you. And that's what you've been doing on social media, Russell. I've been watching you, and that's why it's not working for you. Gosh, I hope somebody will tell that to us, right? Okay, then what do we talk about on the social networking sites? As an introvert, I've never really networked in real life, so I'm not sure how or what I should be saying. I'm just want to laugh because Russell is now making a lot of money, right? He's saying that he don't know how to do that. Think about normal people, other people. Okay, then what do we talk about on the social networking sites? Okay, you talk about what's going on in your life. Okay, so you talk about what's going on in your life. You talk about your family, tell them stories, entertain them a little bit, ask them questions, and introduce them to other cool people who are at the party. Basically, you do everything you would do if you were hanging out with them in real life. Social networking is just a great big party. That's a great philosophy, actually. That's part number one. Okay, big, great, big party. Okay, I love party, right? Everyone loves party, so that's a great philosophy to start. I doodled an image to make sure it was clear in my mind. I also made a note to watch how Harry and everyone else in my Dream 100 was posting and making conversations on each social network. So I could start modeling this party interactions. That's what we all need to learn, right? Party interactions. Party interactions. That's what I'm not good at as well. Just like Russell, I'm not a party girl, and even though I like party, but I'm a bottom in my heart. I'm an introvert. I do not want to have like all this kind of like a fancy parties. I never drink alcohol, so how could I have a party interaction? And language, my English language is so limited, right? I do not watch news. So what could we talk? Like I said, talk about your family, talk about your life. Okay, I could talk about that. It's just like I just shared with you what's going on with my kids, right? They are teenagers. One is ninth grade, another one 11th grade, preparing for going to college, and we need to apply for that. This summer is challenging, right? And we need to travel back to China for 1 month. I'm still concerned how I could get access to Facebook and YouTube, all this kind of thing. So that's my life. Okay, a little bit boring, right? So we will see. Social media networking party, your home, your funnels. This is nice. See, you need to have this kind of image. First, you have the party. This is social media networking party. And then your home, you just introduce people. This one, I like to be a host. I like to treat my guests and my friends at my home but that's a long time. That's like before pandemic. I treat like every Christmas, I have a Christmas party at my home. This year I should resume that. And you treat people, right? Share them and entertain them, host them, just like feed them. I hope I could have food to feed them, some inspirational, like spiritual and great thoughts, kind of inspirations. And the stories, especially more stories, and to eventually get them to a funnel. That sounds like that's difficult, right? But I love this one. It's just that you're not doing business, you're just having fun first. The good of a social networking is to invite people back to your home, and from there to introduce them into your funnels. So actually, in other words, people would say like sell yourself before you sell any stuff, right? Sell any kind of product or service. People need to like you, wants to be friends with you. So we know this kind of concept, but how to really build good friends, right? So the second part of the process is how I use my personal profile on each social platform. Use personal profile. Like I said, your personal profile could be your automatic attraction machine. Let's say how pairing. Let's see. My personal profile is my house. It's my home. It's where I live. It has most of my thoughts, my information, and stuff that is interesting to me. I archive pictures, videos, fun stuff I've done with friends and stuff like that. Sometimes also depends on the person's characters, right? They have quite some fun activities. When people come to my house, they know what I am about. They can see the things that I like to talk about. Now, this is how it works. When I go to groups and start networking, or I see someone else posts in my feed, I go and participate in the conversations and make friends. Okay. Go to groups and start networking, say someone else posts in my feed, I go and participate in a conversation and make friends. See that? The key is conversation and make friends. But first you need to prepare your home, right? Your profile. Make your home, let me put the notes here. Profile. Your profile. And the party is just a social media, like groups and just on other communities. So conversation and making friends, that's important. I was wondering how much time he spent on it. As they see me consistently show up, they will want to drop by my house and see what I'm all about. So you see, you already put there automatically people can check. You do not need to even self-introduce yourself. You will see. Give them some free stuff like chips and dip and free content to get them to come to your house. Okay, so like in the group, you make friends, conversation, and you threw out some like free content. It's what we call like a need magnet. But do not do like a formal selling way, right? It's just like casually. Then when they are out of my house, that's where I invite them to take action with me. Register for my webinar. Okay, so when they are out of my house, that means when they visit your profile, and he will ask them to take action, register for a webinar, attend the next event, read my new book, or join my newsletter list. That's how I invite people from my house into my funnel. So that means on his profile, he keeps like also sharing all this kind of his funnel stuff. That's how I invite people. Okay, those selling conversations don't have a place on social media, but they do at your house. So that's selling conversation. Okay. It's also, by the way, his profile is also on social media, I think. Person profile on each social platform. Okay. So it's, okay. You can direct people into your funnels from the posts you make on your own personal profile. If you provide value on the social platforms, that's a key. Provide values on the social media platforms. People will come running to your house because they want more of you. And from there, they will flow into your funnels. Okay, so that's a key. Provide a fun value. Look, so far, the hint I got is that he said like the chips and dips, free content, and then provide a value. Did you see the secret? Actually, even though he's doing the similar thing, it is providing those like, it's like a page, but it's not a page. You see that? For example, if the same thing, free content, Russell previously, right? Not now. Previously, Russell would throw that there and Russell would say, oh, come to this free or get this free copy or whatever. It's like a sales pitch, right? But this person is like describe everything looks like it's just making conversation. It's just like chatting and like making friends. And then eventually it provide values first. And then it's just like relax, okay? How making friends. It's just a philosophy, let's say your mindset, your philosophy, mindset decided your conversation, the tone, the way you talk, right? You communicate is totally different. You can see that he's doing actually similar thing, but it's just like the communication way is different. So then he provides value, of course, for example, providing whatever kind of inspirations or any kind of helpful tools or skills. And then people will get on his profile and wants to see what they are doing. Okay. So this was the big aha that I needed. Social wasn't about selling. It's true. It was about making friends. And I changed my tactics, deleted all my posts that were trying to sell my products. I guess that's what I should learn from here as well. Sometimes I feel like my posts, okay, especially your posts, but on your profile, right? On your profile, you still need a not really post. Let's see, on his profile, invite them. That's where you invite them to take action with me, register for my webinar. Okay, so that person, I guess he put not into a post, not necessarily post, he put into his profile introduction. Next event, right? And read the new book, join newsletter. Okay. Start a survey. So start a survey. That's why, for example, today I need to do more actually this. Like I posted quite some like a peach tasted kind of posts. And today I also share some, occasionally I should do this more. 1 year I was doing that every day. And I attracted quite some, so we need, I attracted quite some followers. You need a balance, okay? Do not just always share just only inspirations, but do not close. Like you need to invite people to take action to really get into the funnel. And so you need to have a balance. Both you need to share the value, inspirations and fun, entertainment, whatever, all is combined in your life, your stories combined together, right? It's just like making friends, and eventually you want to get them to make your call to action kind of an invitation on your profile very clearly so that people can get into it. So having fun, like being entertaining and having fun with my followers, all the friends, fans, and the followers that came afterward were a direct byproduct of me being the life of the party. Okay, so let's see, of me being the life of the party. I wanted to give you this context before we discuss it. So that's why I'm glad that Russell shared this. I need to follow him more closely to like he yesterday mentioned about, right? Those 3 steps. You need like how to funnel hacking, social algorithms. Remember, we do that like you observe all the Stream 100 partners. I've already put Russell as my Dream 100 and potentially in the future, okay? And what he observe closely what they're doing, subscribe to him and follow him and observe what he's doing. And then you could model it, okay? And test which really work or not. So I will use his way to hack him. I want to give you this context before we discuss any of the specific networks, because this is how we work our way in. It's a core concept that you have to master if you want to have success with social media. No matter which platform you are focusing on, those who just spam their message to their followers will always think that social media doesn't work. Even if they do get some short-term results, they won't last. On the other hand, those who play the longer game and plant seeds, okay, those who play the longer game and plant seeds with their followers will end up with a constant stream of traffic flooding into their funnels. So this is a great teaching, okay, organically, but not just like organically, just like you post whatever, right? Organically, so you want to focus on long-term, and you want to focus on making friends. You want to cultivate relationships, okay? So, and you do not want to focus on selling. So I need, this is reminding me to adjust my focus as well. Because like 1 year I was doing like all content. And then 1 year I was doing all this kind of pitch, right? That's too much. Now I need to have this combination. That's kind of like a balance. Now, next one is a producer, not a consumer. I want to give you one quick warning because I know that some reading this are probably already thinking, Russell, I already spent way too much time on social media right now. If I'm going to become the life of the party, my whole life is going to be wasted on social media. That's true, right? I'll start by saying that, yes, you are currently spending way too much time on social media. I don't care who you are probably already spending way too much time consuming social media. Me too. I feel like LinkedIn, especially on Instagram. If you are spending more than 10 minutes a day consuming social media, then you are wasting your time. That's a great warning. And then I just tried. Within 10 minutes, I could not even finish reviewing like a few, like top 5 or 6 of Dream 100 content. I don't know how did they do that. The keyword here is consuming. So, okay. As of today, you are no longer a consumer of social media. Okay, you are a producer of social media. That's a key concept. Okay, you are not a consumer. You're not here. I remember last night I was still consuming Instagram, all these short videos. How many of you get addicted to it? I would admit that I do not watch TV anymore. I do not read newspaper anymore, right? And but after I did all this thing, and when I was after I posted the last thing on Instagram, I finished. I think, oh, the day is finished. I'm relaxed. So I want to get onto my cell phone just to quickly review, like a browse, right? What's going on? What's some fun things? And then before you realize that you may already spend 1 hour. That's totally waste of night time, right? Just especially I need more sleep time. Okay, so let's see. There is a big difference. Consuming social media doesn't serve you or the audience you being called to serve. Producing social media does serve them. So we need to be the producer. Like in my word, it's more so like a creator, okay? The first step in this process is to do a social media reset. I need to do that tonight. That means unfriending and unfollowing almost everyone on every platform that you will be using to generate traffic. Let me read this again. Unfriending and unfollowing almost everyone on every platform that you will be using to generate traffic. That way you won't be distracted by the nonsense that everyone around you is posting. So only, I guess he's suggesting only 100 for 200. Let me see. From here on out, you will use social media as a business tool, not a social tool. Okay. After you unfriend everyone, I suggest only follow your, suggest only following your Dream 100 on each platform, like I guessed. But only those Dream 100 will consume a lot of time as well. I don't know how he says 10 minutes. This is still my struggling. 10 minutes. I could not even finish consuming Russell's content. He could do like a 10 minutes video stuff, right? That way, when you log into any of the platforms, you will be able to quickly get a glimpse of what they are posting and get ideas for things that are working well that you can model. Also, you will be able to start digging your well with these people by commenting on their posts and messaging them through direct messages. So last night, I just started to follow a few my favorite like country music singers. For example, Brett Young. Let me see, what's that? Brandon, I forgot the name. And let's say another one, what's his name? I totally forgot. But anyway, I follow them 4 or 5, 3 or at least 3 or 4 of them. So I need to unfollow them because otherwise my like timeline will full of those notification reminders of those country music. That's a little bit difficult. Let's see. And some other friends as well. Let's say social friends. Start digging a well with these people by commenting. Okay, so you want to do the commenting because this will make your work simpler. I think this suggestion makes good sense. I will do that right away after tonight. Not after tonight, I mean right after this video. Now that your social feed has been cleaned up, go and look for the social parties that have the most people engaged in them. You wouldn't go to a party that only has a few dozen people. Instead, you would look for the largest parties in town where you can get the most exposure for your efforts, depending on the platform. So that parties means those groups, right? You'll be looking for the largest groups, podcasts, blogs, videos, and fan pages that you can go to and become the life of the party. As you participate in these groups and serve their audiences, the people will naturally start coming back to your home. In the foreign secrets, I'll be giving you the specific publishing plan for each network and will show you how to effectively be a producer of social media in a way that won't consume your whole life. I want to bring up the concept of producer versus consumer now, so you will be able to look at everything that happens in the next few chapters through this lens. This is exactly the best turning point. This way you can focus on serving your audience, okay? Focus on serving your audience, not wasting your precious time. Next, we will cover how to fill your funnels with paid ads. And then we will move into the two largest social networks at the moment, Instagram and Facebook. I discuss how to find your Dream 100 on both platforms, understand the platform strategies, create your publishing plan, grow your followings, and fill your funnels. Okay, so that's for today. Secret number 8, fill your funnel organically. So what I would do after this, okay, every time, by the way, after you read, do not just put it aside, right? Don't, like Tony Robbins said, don't leave the site without implementing at least like one inspiration. That's in my words. That's Tony Robbins' meaning. So it's just like you need the implementation. You need practice based on what you learn, so that the knowledge or the skill or the concepts will become yours. Okay. So my decision will be, Russell suggested that I only follow those Dream 100. And so far I do not have Dream 100. I need to clear my, for example, Instagram and Facebook. Wherever other people are not so important, not my Dream 100, I should not follow them or like subscribe to those YouTube channels as well. All right, so that's for today. Focusing on, and also another one is like really focusing on this is a party. This is a party, not focus on selling, no selling, but focusing on making friends, building connections, and then people find you on your profile, what you're actually doing, and from there invite them to those your funnels, including your webinar, including your video book, and also like your, let's say, another things like their funnel, free content, right? Join the newsletter, okay? Remember the e-newsletter to get people really onto your list. Join e-newsletter. So, by the way, this is a good idea. I will double check this person, Perry, what's his name? Perry Belcher. Yeah, I will double check Perry Belcher. His profile, you can hack, model. You can hack and model how they are build their profile and what's there. So after this video, I will double check this person, his profile and what things he's posting. So that you will learn all these concepts more vividly to understand how this person is talking and also implementing, right? You could understand better. So that's my way. So both Perry's suggestion and also Russell's suggestion. Wonderful, right? So I hope you get some aha moment from today's reading. Let me know, okay? Comment under the video, let me know. And make sure that you get our free copy under also in this description of our channel about this video. You'll find a link to get a free copy of the Traffic Secrets, and also follow us on Instagram. We will have the daily under 5 minutes highlight brief to keep the momentum so you know what's going on every day. We also have our Abundant Entrepreneurs book, both great Facebook and LinkedIn. Choose whichever platform you like, right? Just keep in our loop to have to share this abundance journey. Okay, so everyone, will see you tomorrow. By the way, yeah, tomorrow I will travel to Orlando. I will travel with my daughter, so a little bit challenging for me to arrangement time. And we'll have, when we get there right away, we will have this expo some activities. So I will do the reading maybe later. I will see, but definitely I will keep this reading. It's very important.